everybody, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today we're talking sweet potatoes 101, the basics. Now as usual I do have some notes in front of me because I have a lot to say about sweet potatoes, but you don't need to worry about writing anything down. You can go straight to my notes. I have a link to them in the description box below. You feel free to print them out for your own personal use. About sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are a root vegetable in the morning glory family. I want to point out that they are not the same thing as yams. They are completely different plants, and we don't see yams available in grocery stores in the United States. So whether it's labeled a yam or not, it's actually a sweet potato. You might find yams in international markets in the United States. I'm not sure on that, but what we typically see in the common grocery store is a sweet potato. There are a lot of varieties of sweet potatoes available to us, and what we usually see is the one with the brown skin like I have here, and orange or orange-red flesh inside. But there are other varieties available as well. I have not seen them. Let me know if you have. I'd be curious to know where they are available. But some of them have skin with white color, yellow, purple, or even red in addition to this brown. And the flesh can be a different color as well, being white or yellow in addition to the orange and red. So there are different varieties of sweet potatoes out there, and so let me know if you've been able to find them in your area. They're typically grown in warmer climates and harvested in the fall. Nutrition tidbits. Sweet potatoes are extremely high in nourishment. They are loaded with beta-carotene, which is a precursor to vitamin A, and vitamin C. They also have other vitamins and minerals in them as well, but those two are particularly noteworthy. 1 cup of boiled mashed sweet potato does have about 250 calories, so yes, it has more calories than a lot of the other vegetables, but it's a potato after all. Now there is so much I can say about nutrition. I'm going to save the rest of it for a separate video because there's just a lot to be said about the value of sweet potatoes. One person I knew who was learning about sweet potatoes commented that sweet potatoes are greener than greens, and I said, oh yes, they are. How to choose sweet potatoes. We want ones that are firm and without cracks, that look smooth and nice and fresh, no bruises or soft spots on them. Small to medium sweet potatoes are actually sweeter and creamier than the large ones, which are more starchy. So if you have choices available to you and you want one that's a little sweeter, choose one that's on the smaller side. How to store your sweet potatoes? Well, they are root vegetables, so they do store best in a cool, dark, well-ventilated environment, like a root cellar. But I don't know anybody that has a root cellar nowadays. If you do, great. If you don't, well, just a cool, well-ventilated, hopefully dark environment will work best. If not, do the best you can. It is not suggested that you put them in the refrigerator because that will alter the flavor. That's a little too cold for them. How to preserve your sweet potatoes. They can be dehydrated, frozen, or canned. I have a video on how to dehydrate them and lots of instructions here in the notes on how to freeze and to dry them as well. I won't go into that here, but you can see that in the notes. And they can be canned as well. Fresh versus frozen versus canned. All three types are found in grocery stores. Not all grocery stores have frozen sweet potatoes, but they are available commercially in some places as well. Most grocery stores will have fresh sweet potatoes available, and I think all of them will have canned sweet potatoes. As far as nutritionally speaking and culinarily speaking, your fresh ones are best because they have the greatest nutritional value and they're the most versatile. You can do all sorts of things with them. Whereas the frozen ones would be a close second, and the canned ones would be your third choice, especially nutritionally speaking. And you do want to watch the labels of your canned sweet potatoes because they'll usually have sugar added to them, and there might be some other ingredients as well that you may or may not want. So fresh is best, frozen is second, canned is your third option. But canned vegetables and sweet potatoes are not bad to have on hand because they're great for emergencies, and if you need them when you have just a short amount of time to prepare a meal, they're a good option. How to prepare sweet potatoes? Well, they are root vegetables, so you obviously want to give them a good wash before you do anything with them. Peeling them is not mandatory. The peel on sweet potatoes is actually edible, so peel them if you need to for a particular recipe. If you don't want to peel them, you really don't have to. But I want to bring notice to the fact that when you peel sweet potatoes, they will darken like white potatoes would do. So if you're going to peel them before cooking, try to do it right before you go to use them. If you need to do them in advance, put them in a bowl of cold water, and that will help to keep them from oxidizing. Cooking and serving methods. Our sweet potatoes are very versatile, and we have done a lot with them in the kitchen. They can be baked and steamed and boiled and microwaved, fried, juiced even, made into soups, added to casseroles and stews, baked into breads and muffins and cakes and cookies and pies, added to pancakes. We can even eat sweet potatoes raw, which you cannot do with a white potato. Steaming sweet potatoes seems to be a valuable way to preserve the nutrients and help to keep the glycemic index down, as well as boiling in particular. One method that is mentioned on what to do with your sweet potatoes sounds really good. It's at worldshealthiestfoods.com, whfoods.com. It says to puree cooked sweet potatoes with bananas, maple syrup, and cinnamon, and then top it with some chopped walnuts. Sounds absolutely wonderful. A great dessert to me. Herbs and spices that go well with sweet potatoes. Warm spices go well with them. Chili pepper, cinnamon, garlic, ginger, nutmeg, rosemary, allspice, cinnamon, and clove. Also sweet and savory would be cilantro, coconut, thyme, salt, maple sugar and maple syrup, honey, and brown sugar as well are commonly used with sweet potatoes. Foods that go well with sweet potatoes, there's lime, onions, carrots, pecans, pine nuts, walnuts, oranges, pineapple, apples, potato, butter, cream, rum, sounds interesting, and rich meats like pork, duck, ham, and poultry also go well with sweet potatoes. I have a lot of recipe links here, and some of them are really worthy of checking out. I have a 7-minute quick steam sweet potatoes, sweet potato pancakes, healthy mashed sweet potatoes with ginger and cinnamon, sweet potato muffins. This one sounds like there's bound to be something for everybody. 50 plus delicious ways to prepare sweet potatoes. Another one, 57 killer sweet potato recipes to make this fall or now. This one is definitely worth checking out. It is a 5-star recipe with over 5,000 reviews. Sweet potatoes with apple butter. Oh man, that really sounds good to me. And it's sounded good to a lot of other people as well. And then I have 20 dinners that all start with sweet potatoes, and there's more links as well. I have a lot of links here. So, do let me know if you have any questions, comments about this that I have not addressed. I'll be glad to answer your questions. If I possibly can, just post them in the comments section below. I do hope this helps. This is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Have a great day.